Hi, this is Peter from SEMPAD, and today we're going to look at what ad rotation you should use for your campaign settings. To show you what I'm talking about, if you click into a campaign and then the Settings tab, when you scroll down the page, you will see this ad rotation option. Now what this controls is basically how Google chooses which ad to show within an ad group. Or it's a portion of the decision at least. Now it gives you 4 different options. The first one being optimized for clicks, and that as they say, shows ads expected to provide more clicks. And then they can optimize for conversions, which shows ads expected to provide more conversions. Then they can rotate evenly and show ads evenly for at least 90 days, then optimize. And finally, rotate indefinitely, which it's worded so that lower performing ads seem to get more impressions. But what it actually does is just means there's no optimization if you have 3 different ads within an ad group. Each of them over time should theoretically get 33.333% of searches. Now, making this decision is a little tricky, and it really depends on a few different things. Now, quite often most ad managers professionally will choose to rotate indefinitely because they want to have control over what ad copy is showing. In an ideal world, in each ad group, you will have 3 or 4 different ad copies, and over time you can see how each one performs, and then you can pause underperforming versions and add in new versions of ads. Now, the reason that you would choose this as opposed to one of these other ones is because these restrict which ads are shown. So for instance, if you choose optimize for conversions and Google sees that there's an ad, let's say a brand new ad, which you add into a campaign, and it doesn't have any conversions yet, but that ad group already has a couple ads which do have conversions, then quite often the ad which does not yet have conversions essentially gets ignored by Google, even though it's a brand new ad, and of course you wouldn't expect it to have conversions. But they will always err on the side of caution and not normally go with the ones which already have conversions showing for them. And the same goes for clicks. If you add in a brand new ad copy, Google will quite often revert to the ads which have a little more historical data and already have clicks for them. And that's not really good if you want to optimize your ad copy regularly, because you want those new ads that you're adding in to get clicks and to get conversions so that you can actually see how they perform relative to the previously existing ads. Now, this is an option that many people will end up choosing, and that is because it essentially will try to rotate the ads a little more evenly right off the bat for at least 90 days. And that kind of combats what I was saying where Google will, on these two, by default, they normally end up showing the older ads a little more. Whereas with this one, it's saying when you add a new ad in, we will show it more evenly. But it's still not perfectly evenly. So for that sake, many professional ad managers will go with the rotate indefinitely. Now, that being said, everyone's in a different situation, and people who manage ads professionally quite often they will be in the accounts more, they will be adding more and testing different ads. So this makes sense for them. If you are running ads for yourself and you're busy running a business, you might not be in that ad group checking how different copies are performing. So if you're tracking conversions, and let's say you want to have as many conversions as possible so that you can improve your ROI, then this may be a good option if your plan is to just create 4 or 5 different ads, put them in an ad group, and then not touch them and just let them do their thing. Let Google decide which one is best. And you don't plan on adding in a lot of new copy or making any changes. Then this makes sense. And likewise, if you're not tracking conversions necessarily, but you're tracking clicks. The one thing when you create a new campaign, you definitely want to take a look at this within the settings, because this is quite often the one that it defaults to with Google. I hope this video has helped. If you're interested in more online advertising tips and tricks, please subscribe or feel free to ask any questions in the comments section. If you happen to manage online ads for an agency or as a freelancer, I strongly recommend you have a look at Sempad.com. It's an ad reporting and optimization platform for Google, Bing, Facebook, and more, with dashboards, bidding algorithms, weekly suggestions, and other tools to make your life easier. Visit Sempad.com for a free trial and start saving time today.